Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Monday, 8th of December. In this update, the latest revelations around Jevon McSkimming are prompting some to call for changes to how political meetings are run. Over the weekend, former Police Commissioner and Social Investment Fund head Andrew Costa told TVNZ's Q&A that he briefed Chris Hipkins on details of the case in 2022 and then briefed Mark Mitchell in 2024. Both men, who served as police ministers at the time, have denied the allegations. Costa admitted that he did not take notes of the meetings. Political commentator Bryce Edwards says not always taking notes is part of a laid-back Kiwi political culture. He says while it's worked in the past, there probably needs to be tighter standards. Thousands of formal warnings issued by police could be wiped off the books because police haven't followed proper protocols. The warnings, which are an alternative to prosecution, can affect people's abilities to get a job. In 2021, a High Court judge warned that those issued with warnings had to accept they had done wrong for the offence to stand. A police review conducted of a sample of 467 warnings found just 37% were compliant. The Herald's Michael Mora says police are calling on anyone with concerns about their formal warning to ask for a formal review. New Zealand's economic recovery is gathering steam, casting optimism for the year ahead. ASB's forecasting lower interest rates, more building activity and a renewed willingness to spend, especially on big-ticket items like cars and electronics. It expects annual growth of more than 2.5% in 2026. Chief Economist Nick Tuffley says exports, particularly dairy and meat, have held up and even seen growth, notwithstanding the US imposing tariffs. He says it's good, especially when you consider how much noise there was earlier this year about the potential risks to our exports. A leading credit rating agency has warned the government's proposed rates cap will squeeze councils and make it harder to balance the books. The government has proposed limiting annual rates between 2 and 4% a year. S&P Global Ratings is worried the plan could force councils to instead use debt to cover the costs of their core spending program. S&P credit analyst Martin Fu says that would in turn be negative for credit ratings. People at 11 locations of interest are being asked to contact Healthline urgently about measles. Among them, a BP Richmond and Nelson, Dunedin Hospital's ED, several Queenstown stores, and 2 bars on Auckland's Karangahape Road. Health New Zealand says those who've attended the sites at certain times are considered close contacts and have a higher risk of being infected. The total number of cases remains at 30 after no new cases were reported yesterday. In sport, Brit Lando Norris has won the Formula One world title after finishing third in the final race of the season in Abu Dhabi. Kiwi Liam Lawson finished 18th. Australia are closing in on having the Ashes wrapped up by Christmas after a commanding 8-wicket win in the second test at the Gabba to go 2-0 up. The Blackfern Sevens have been beaten in the final of the Cape Town World Series tournament by Australia 26-12. The New Zealand men claimed 5th place. I'm Nivareti Manu, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.